Hi everyone, this is the tutorial for what am I going to do. My name's Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. Okay, so we're in standard tuning for this and there are a few chords to go through. For the introduction we have a C major chord, which is a 3 on the A string, 2 on the D string, 0 on the G, 1 on the B and an open E string. Now a lot of the songs cycles around the C chord and what we call a C sus4, which is where we get this finger and we can actually just replace it with your ring finger, sorry, your little finger, on the D string fret number 3. So that finger would normally be on fret number 2. We're just going to have number 3 with your little finger. So the introduction goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see we're getting that little finger in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 on that 4th beat. And we'll cycle through that once before the verse kicks in. Speaking of which, the verse starts off with C to C sus4 and we'll do that twice. 2, 3, 2, 3. And that chord there is a G major chord, which is 3 on the E string, 2 on the A string, 0, 0, 0, and then a 3 on the high E string. And we have 2 bars of that G major chord. We then have a second part of the verse, so there's quite a lot of chords going on there. We go back to the C to C sus4, 2, 3. We then have a C7. Now C7 takes that little finger, which for the C sus4 goes on the D string fret 3. Now it'll go on the G string fret 3, and that makes what we call a C7 or C dominant 7. So 3, 2, 3, 0, 1 on the B string, and then a 0 on the E string. And that is a bar of C7, followed by F, then a bar of G, and then C to C sus4. So there's a lot of chords going on there in the first verse alone. There's more parts later on. If you're interested in getting the chord chart or the chords and the lyrics matching up, head on over to Patreon. A couple of dollars, there's a link in the description, and you can get everything wrote out professionally. Saves you from writing it down and making a mistake. However, I'm going to play through that verse now so you can get an idea of the timing and the structure. So here we go. C, sus4, repeat that, G, G again, then we have the C to C sus4, C7 to the F, then a bar of G, and then the C to C sus4. And that will get you through the first verse. We then have the next section of the song. I'm going to call it kind of like a pre-chorus or a bridge kind of section. Regardless of what you want to call it, it goes like this. F major, G and a C, F, G then C, F again, G and C, and then an F major chord. So you have 3 lots of F and then a quick change from the G to the C, so you've got to be really quick with your hand movements. Do that 3 times and then a full bar of F major. We then get to a second verse, and thankfully it's exactly the same as the first verse. So yeah, don't need to change anything. However, we then get to a guitar solo section. Now that's outside of the scope of this video, because this is focusing on purely the chords. If you're interested in getting the solo, let me know in the comments and I'll consider making it. However, for the guitar solo, we need a D minor chord, which is 1 on the high E string, 2 on the G string, 3 on the B string, and you'll have an open D string. Now you can either use your ring finger on the B string, however lately I've been using my little finger and it seems to be much more comfortable. So after a bar of D minor, we go to A minor, which is an open A string, 2 on the D and G strings, 1 on the B, and an open E string. So D minor to A minor, and then we have D minor again, going to 2 bars of G major. Okay, so we then get a little bit more repetition. So we have that pre-chorus bridge section I mentioned with the F and the G and the C. Exactly the same as before, so just keep playing that. We then have a third verse, which is exactly the same as all the other verses with the C's and the C sus4s, but we then get an outro, and that outro is different. We have a B flat major chord. Now the version I'm going to play is up on fret 6, which is a barred version, so all the finger down here on fret 6 is barred with this finger. We then have 8, 8 on the A and D strings, 7 on the next string, and then the bottom 2 strings, which is barred again by that number 6. So we take that shape and play it for a bar on B flat, fret 6. Now I say a bar, I mean half a bar by that. So B flat. We then take that shape and just move it down to fret 1, which then becomes an F major chord, before playing a full bar of C major. So let's just go over those chords again. B flat, F major, then C major. We repeat that 4 times round for the outro, which has another guitar solo on top of that. And that will get you to the end of the song. Now, if you found this video useful, please consider liking and subscribing. It really, really helps out the channel. However, if you really want the chord charts and the lyrics and the chords matching up, do head on over to Patreon. However, thank you very much for watching. I shall see you in the next video.